What is up, everybody? Luke Film Boss here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is a simple, kind of generic comic book movie, but it is executed. Like, the way it's made is so professional and just good. It's so well done that it makes the movie worthwhile. Like, there's a lot of elements in this that I can definitely see, yeah, it definitely was intended for streaming, but it's made so well that it definitely warrants being seen theatrically. Like, I completely understand the decision to take it from going straight to HBO Max, or to Max now, and putting it to movie theaters, even though it's not doing the greatest there. But I definitely see why they chose to do that, because the movie is really solid. First off, the special effects, for how cheap this movie was to make, the special effects are stellar. Like, there's not a scene in the movie that I think the visuals look bad. At least, like, these special effects visuals. On that note, there was some poorly edited action, I think. There's a lot of, maybe too many close-up shots in the action that you can't really tell quite what's going on, but it's not bad enough that it makes it hard to watch. Like, there's just some scenes where I'm like, that doesn't look as good as I would like an action scene, especially a superhero action scene, to look like. So that's one complaint. So while the visual effects and CGI is actually very good, like, if you look at the Blue Beetle, and I forget what the name of the robot suit is, but there's like one of the main villains, the guy who's basically the muscle, has this big robot suit, and that suit looks good. Like, everything from the design to how realistic and well animated it is. Like, there's just good visuals in this movie. Like, they utilized what budget they had and put it to what it needed to go to. Like, it's a solid looking movie. It's not great. There are scenes, like I said, especially in some of the actions, where the cinematography could have been better, but overall it's a cheap movie, and it was never going to be like going for Oscar worthy looking visuals. It's just a solidly realistic looking movie, like comic book movie, and that's fine. As far as the plot, it's simple. It's just an origin story. Big corporation has this scarab, and the scarab, or this other person who is involved with the company, doesn't want the evil head of the company, which is her aunt. She doesn't want her to take this scarab and do evil things with it, so she takes it, and it winds up with Jaime Reyes, and he becomes the Blue Beetle. It's basic stuff, and then all sorts of other stuff happen because the evil business girl wants to get the scarab back, and that's where all the bad things happen. So it's basically just trying to stop her, but also trying to save your family and all that stuff. Like, it's simple stuff, nothing that's new, nothing that we haven't seen before, but the characters really make this movie what it is, and that's why this movie is better than just a boring generic movie, is because the characters are really well written. There's a lot of good heartfelt moments in this movie, and so while the message of, oh, my family is where I get my strength from, is kind of overplayed, it's cliche, it really works. And this, like, the first time, I think this is the first comic book / superhero movie that actually stars a Mexican Latino character in the main role, and it's so focused on this Mexican family, and it's just fun to see the difference between, like, how they interact with each other compared to all the white families in these superhero movies. And so it's a really cool thing to see. It's fun. These characters, I was afraid were going to be annoying. They were not. They were just funny. They were charming at times. Sure, they can be, sassy and full of that stuff, but that doesn't make them bad characters. That's just normal family dynamic. But then you see the moments where they truly show some sympathy or heart or just care and just a lot of emotion for each other when things really get bad. And there are some heart-wrenching scenes in this movie. Like, out of the movies, I would say this is probably, out of the 3 DC movies I've seen this year, this is definitely number 3, but it's close. And the thing that makes it almost as good, even though I think the plot like even Shazam Fury of the Gods, I think the plot and the characters were more fun, more DC, more what I as a DC fan wanted to see in a DC movie. But the heart and the core and just how well the drama was, acted out and written, just make this almost as good as Fury of the Gods, in my opinion. The Flash, I thought, had a lot of good stuff. Actually, while I think I felt more, like a bigger tug at my heart in Blue Beetle than I did The Flash, it was close. So, like, there's a lot more that I liked about The Flash. Things that a lot of people disagree with, but it's my opinion. But Blue Beetle, that emotion was such a good feeling. It's so good to have a movie that actually captivates you with its characters, and there's so many good heartfelt moments in this movie, and that's really what I would say should get you to go see the movie. But some people don't like that. Some people just want to have all the funny stuff and all the action stuff. And this movie delivers on that. Like, there's a lot of fun action scenes, like them, like Jaime's uncle, which is George. I think his name is George Lopez. Is the actor who plays. I don't remember what the uncle's name is, but there's this scene where he's like driving around in this giant beetle tank thing, and it's just a fun time. And then there's some fun, action scenes where the Blue Beetle is fighting the robot armor dude, and there's some fun interactions and quips, and this movie definitely delivers on that. It's your typical fun, quippy, action comic book movie, but it's got a whole lot of heart and like a lot of drama, especially towards that middle portion. Like, that's good stuff. So those are pretty much my thoughts on Blue Beetle. It's not the best comic book movie. It's not the best, DC movie to even come out this year. But I think that it definitely is worthy of, being a movie. Like, Blue Beetle is just a fun character. He's not like a new personal favorite or anything, but I do want to see what they do with this character moving forward. And hopefully the box office doesn't affect that. But, like, DC's just in a bad box office place right now. So we'll see what happens in the near future when they kind of reset this whole thing. Hopefully, even if he doesn't get his own movie, I hope they just keep Blue Beetle as a character in this new upcoming James Gunn universe. But we'll have to see. So I'm Luke Filmboss, and I give Blue Beetle an 81% in quality. I'd say an 81% in enjoyment for an overall score of 81%. Very solid film. A few setbacks, but also a lot of things holding this movie up as just a really good, solid film. So thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to help you be on the lookout for more videos from Luke Filmboss. Bye.